Hello, I hope you're doing well. As you can tell by this title card next to me, today I am going to be talking about bag charms, specifically knitted bag charms, different knitting patterns that I think would be really cute to turn into bag charms. I've seen a ton online on Pinterest and on Instagram. I have a board on Pinterest of kind of like what I'm talking about. I think bag charms are such a fun way to show your personality and personal style. And I think they're also a great way to add some color to your outfit, especially when it's colder and you're wearing a lot of outer layers or just things to keep you warm. I think bag charms add a lot of personality to what you're wearing. I've seen a lot of crocheted bag charms. For example, this bag here, it's got a little crocheted smiley face and a hot dog. This one here it looks like a lemon and a star that are crocheted, like a Mario star. I've seen a lot of hearts, food objects like cherries, more cherries. Are these those Jellycat? Jellycat, maybe that brand. Labubus, a lot of little creatures and food things. So I had a little peruse around Ravelry and I created a bundle called Bag Charms, and it is just full of a bunch of patterns. Some are ornaments and keychains, and some are random things that I think would make really sweet bag charms. And I'm going to be talking about a lot of patterns today. I think I have 10, 12, something like that to go through. They are all in this bundle, which is linked below. But this bundle also has a bunch of patterns that I am not even going to be close to talking about today. So if you're curious, that is linked below. It's got a ton of fun little patterns in it that I think would be really cute to hang on your bag. So I'm going to start with the first one, and this is the Ribka pouch by Rat and Sea Witch. I actually have one of my own. Let me get it 1 second. Okay, I'm back. This is my little Ribka pouch. It is a little fish drawstring bag, and this is, I think, what really got me interested in making bag charms. I've seen bag charms a lot in person. I worked at a high school, and a lot of the students there had labubus on their bags in the springtime. I see bag charms on a lot of bags when I go downtown, but I've never been a bag charm person until I made this little pouch. It is just a stockinette and garter stitch fish, knit flat, and then two pieces of the same length and width flat, and then you seam them together and add little eyes, and you get this adorable little fish. I keep my AirPods and a chapstick in this, and I've mainly been attaching this to the outside of tote bags or canvas bags, when I go for a picnic or something. And it's just a great little way to store things. And I think I'm not a fish person, but I do like being by the water. Although I wouldn't say that's a big part of my personality, but I think, I don't know, I think it's cute. It's not really aligned with me as a person, but I still think it's adorable, and I like cute things, so I guess that kind of fits with my personality. But anyways, the Ribka pouch by Rat and Sea Witch is here. It's been up here the whole time. It is a light fingering and lace weight yarn held together to make a fingering weight yarn, and this is knit up on 3mm needles. And what I like about this is there's a few different sizes. So she suggests a 9cm long as an AirPod case and a 15cm long as a pencil case. I'm not sure how long mine is, but this pattern you can really adjust the length and width to your liking. You can cast on as many stitches as you would like. You can knit as many rows as you would like. And the finished pouch can be the size that you would like, which I really like about this pattern in particular, is that I think it's really adaptable to a lot of different yarn weights and personal preferences. So yeah, I think if you are in the market or looking for a little fishy bag charm, maybe a dual purpose, cute and functional bag charm, I would highly recommend the Ribka pouch. If you like fish, like the idea of fish, but you don't really want a pouch or you want something a little smaller, I found this pattern. It's called Fish by Emma Munn, and I believe it is free. And they just look like little sardines or little anchovies. This pattern, I guess, is just for this little fish here. It looks pretty quick, like a pretty quick knit. It is, let's see, bulky weight yarn on 5mm needles. I think it'll go pretty quickly, less than 40 grams used. Just like very simple. Again, I think it kind of fits a similar like look as the Ribka pouch. And I just think it's really, this fish thing is really sweet. I think it's a sweet little project, and they'd be really cute to have one hanging off your bag, especially if you could find like a hook, but one that's not like pointy or sharp or would hurt you if you rubbed against it, that you could like kind of use like a hook keychain that you would attach to your bag, and then you would like hook the fish through the keychain so it looked like it was just caught. Like I think that would be a really fun way to attach this to your bag. But even if not, just with like the cord like she has pictured, I think is also really sweet. So my next pattern is another pouch. This is a strawberry pouch. If you're a bit more pink or girly or fun, I think this pouch will be such a good way to add color to your outfit. It reminds me so much of strawberry shortcake, and I love how they added the beads for the seeds, but I have seen a few projects over here in like this pattern project section where people have done color work, like little black stitches throughout to make the seeds too, which is also really sweet. Something I'm so impressed by with this pattern, which is kind of a side note, is that all of the projects look nearly identical to these sample photos here, which I feel like is super rare and is probably the sign of a really well written pattern. So I was just really impressed by that. Rarely do I see a pattern that has 15, 20, 30 plus projects where they all look just as good, if not even better, than the designer's sample pictures. So I did want to point that out, that it looks like probably really well written if everyone's achieving the same results. And this also is knit up probably pretty quickly. 66 yards of DK weight yarn on 3.5mm needles, and I think this one is knit in the round. And similar to the Ribka pouch, which I didn't say, you make an I-cord, just an I-cord string for the drawstring. I did not do that for mine. I just took like some random cord that I had laying around and used that. But yeah, I think this is a really sweet and adorable pattern and would be such a great way to add a little joy and brightness to a dark winter outfit. Kind of continuing with the food theme are these plum tomatoes by Amanda Berry. I've seen a ton of cherry bag charms, and I think plum tomatoes are kind of the, in my mind, like cherry's cousin. You can do like a little grouping of them on a vine and hang them off of your bag that way. You could do just one, you could do two. They kind of just remind me of cherries a little bit. And this designer, Amanda Berry, as you can see here, has a ton of fruit and veg little knitted plushies. So if you have another fruit or veg that you want to hang off of your bag instead of a tomato, look her up. She's got a ton of fantastic looking patterns. But yeah, I just thought these little plum tomatoes were really fun. I know like tomatoes were big over the summer, I think. So if you're still into tomatoes or just like tomatoes, I like tomatoes, you could knit these and hang them off your bag for a little more personality there. And it's a free pattern, which is fantastic. So yeah, just wanted to put this out there, especially Amanda Berry, who has a ton of great looking knitting patterns, like this vegetable box, like just a ton. A little onion, a leek, chili pepper, cucumber, spring onion, a squash, radish, garlic, beets, like a ton. So you have a favorite vegetable, she might have it here for you to knit. I think that's it for like these kind of random ones. The next one is if you are like really into labubus but don't want a labubu, like you kind of like the ugly cute look of them, Maeve the Yeti by Louise Walker is the answer. I think this is the perfect not dupe, but like handmade, DIY'd, unique version of a labubu. It is ugly but cute. It's sweet. It's fun. It's a little creature. I think it's a pretty decent size. Like that's a good size to hang off of your bag. I think it kind of has like that labubu look without being a labubu. And I hope that's the last time I say that word in this video. I am not a labubu fan. But yeah, I think such a fun little Yeti, very ugly, cute. I think it's knit flat, not in the round at all. That's something to note. And it looks like so finished size is 7 inches tall, which is pretty big. I think this would be good to hang on your bag. I think, let me see, one of these girls had a little teddy bear hanging. Yes, here in this picture, like there's a little teddy bear hanging off of this purse. I think that little Yeti hanging off of a bag like this, especially in the winter, like too cute. Like a little chilly Yeti. Oopsie, skipping ahead. But yeah, no projects yet, which is so sad. And it came out in June 2023, so I hope someone knits this soon. I'd love to see some projects. But kind of in the same family as this Yeti, this ugly cute family, is this holiday gnome ornament. I see these all the time as holiday decor around Christmas, and I think it would be just really, really fun and festive to have one of these little guys hanging off of your bag in the winter or around the holidays. They just look like these little cozy, they almost look like grumpy, cozy, grumpy little gnomes. How they look grumpy to me, I do not know. But I think they are really, really charming and have a lot of great character. And you know what these also remind me of? Those like rabbit's feet. People would hang like a rabbit's tail or a rabbit's foot from like their keychain or their bag. That's what these kind of remind me of a little bit. They have like a similar look to them. So yeah, I just love these little gnomes, something a little different to hang on your bag rather than just like, a keychain you would find at a store. I don't think you would see one of these gnomes being sold as a bag charm. But you'll probably see them as ornaments around the holidays. The only thing I would do differently to this one is I would make this like little loop a lot longer, probably 2 or 3 inches longer, so you could loop it through like the handle or strap of your bag to attach it. And I didn't say it with the other ones, but I'll just talk about it. I'll go back to the Yeti. The way I would attach the Yeti, I would probably knit like an I-cord and kind of like weave it under, like through some stitches and back out, and then tie it together. So it also had like a little loop to hang him from the bag, and I'd probably do it from like one of his little ears. But yeah, I think that's how I would connect these that don't have little loop things. That's how I would connect them to my bag. And yeah, this little gnome, I guess I don't have too much else to say about it. Worsted weight yarn, 50 to 150 yards. I think like you're knitting the hat, and then I don't know what you're doing for the beard. Let's see if it says. Okay, it's like a fur pom-pom. So you're just ordering a fur pom-pom and just knitting a little hat and kind of like attaching them together, which seems easy enough. So yeah, I love these little gnomes. I always see them as little holiday decor at Christmas time, and I think they are just really, really, I think charming is the right word to describe them. So yeah, that's the little gnome. And then I have a few if you're looking for a bit more of like an animal. This is, I learned earlier, Miffy the bunny, if anyone knows who Miffy is. It's this cartoon bunny. And if you like Miffy and you want a little Miffy head, this bunny charm by Sasky & Co. is perfect. I think this is the most bag charm in this video. I think it's like original intention is to be a bag charm, like an actual bag charm. As you can see, she's got like the little clasp to attach it to the bag in the picture, and it's like attached to the zipper here. But I just think it is, yeah, again, like really sweet, kind of like cartoony. I like it in the boucle. I also like it in like just the regular yarn, knit up in like the normal non-boucle yarn. I don't know what you call it, but regular yarn. And yeah, I just think very, very sweet and fun. It is an Aran weight yarn knit on 3.5 millimeter needles, and it's like 33 to 34 yards. So such a great stash busting project. I think it'd be cute, like if you had like a group of friends, or if you have a kid with a group of friends, like if you knit them all matching little Miffy bunny charm heads in all different yarns, like different colors of scrap yarn that you have laying around. And I think that would be like a cute kind of like friendship bracelet, friendship necklace, but like friendship bunny charm, bag charm type of thing. I don't know. That's my thought with that. But I just wanted to include this because this, I think, felt the most bag charmy of all of these. And if you like the bunny, but you don't want Miffy or a bunny head, I really like this bunny here, my white bunny keychain. Again, it's meant to be a keychain. It just feels like very cartoony. It is pretty small. It looks like it's maybe like 3 inches tall at most, so not too big, that big. But I really, really like this one. I like how like cartoony it is. It kind of looks like an egg with like bunny ears and a bunny tail, which I think is really sweet. Knit on tiny needles, 2.25 millimeter. It's a sport weight yarn, about 30 to 40 yards. I am not sure if it's knit flat or in the round. Does not say, but I don't know. It's a free pattern, and I think it's just very cute. Another like little bunny idea if that's something you are wanting to make. And if you like animals but don't want just a bunny, you want some other ideas, I think these are really cute. We have a mouse, a bear, a reindeer, a fox, and another bunny. They all come with their little scarves. You can knit little scarves for them, which I think is cute. And these are the Winter Animals Knit Christmas Ornaments by Amy Gaines. The pattern, I think, comes with all five. Is it five? All five. 5 animals. Patterns for all 5. So I don't know. I just think they're really cute if you like the little creature hanging off of your bag and you want to give it an accessory, but you don't want to do a bunny. I think these are really sweet ones. I do have a ton of other animal knit patterns in my bundle, but I also think like Ravelry has a ton of, if you just search in ornaments, animal, or the specific animal you're looking for, Ravelry has a ton. And I think ornament sized is around the right size for a bag charm. Like, you don't want a stuffed animal sized bag charm. That's just way too big. You want something like 2 to 5 inches tall, just about. So I think searching for animals underneath ornaments is the way to go. But I just thought these were great, and like they look like a pretty good size. They're about 4.5 to 5 inches tall, which feels like the right size for a bag charm to me. This next pattern is Frog and Toad, for those of us who might feel a little nostalgic. I think just so sweet. You can, they can have clothes on, they can not have their outfits. But the pattern includes Frog and Toad, and I think their outfits as well. And they just, I think are a childhood classic. I definitely have a lot of memories from like reading Frog and Toad books. And I think, just like would be such a cute little nostalgic thing to add to your bag. But anyways, I think these are really, really sweet. Again, I think I would just like loop a little I-cord like through the top of his head to attach it to the bag. Yeah, a ton of projects, 1,180. Let's look through some of them and see. Yeah, so cute. Wait, stop. So sweet with Frog and Toad book. Yeah, I love these. I think too cute hanging on the bag. And yeah, you can make a ton of little outfits. Look at all the accessories made for these guys. Two little bags, pants, a sweater, and like a little dress. So cute. I'm obsessed with that. I love that. So if you want something you can dress up a bit more, I think Frog and Toad are a great little option for a bag charm. If you like the idea of a little critter or creature, but you also like the idea of a pouch, I think this is a really cute pattern. This is the Zoo pouch, and it is this little drawstring pouch, and there are 2 versions. There's a bunny version and a little bear version, and they look like they could hold, like, I don't know, a tennis ball, maybe an orange. And I just think they are so lovely and sweet and adorable. And I think they'd be so fun to just like hang on the outside of your bag. They're like a different shape, I think, because they're so round. I feel like a lot of the bag charms I'm looking at like are long. They're not like an even round shape or are that wide. So I think this is like a slightly different shape than a lot of things I'm looking at. And again, is like cute and sweet, just like a lot of the other little critter creature patterns I've seen, but a bit more functional with the pouch feature, with them being a pouch. So this uses, I think, a lot. This might be like the most yarn usage out of all of these patterns. It's 142 yards. Light fingering weight held double on 3.75 millimeter needles. And it looks like it says it's worked flat, but then in the round. So I don't know. Let's see. Does it say? I don't think it says. I'm assuming it's worked for the most part in the round. But yeah, I think it has this really sweet shape. The faces are adorable, and I think it's a great way to have like something functionally cute attached to your bag. So that is the little Zoo pouch. So if you're watching this, I am assuming you are a knitter, and you love to knit. You probably like to knit sweaters or socks. So one thing I thought that could be really fun to kind of show a bit more about your personality or who you are is to knit a little mini sweater. And this snotty sweater by Johanna Elisto is a free pattern I found here on Ravelry, and it is just a cute little raglan sweater. I know a lot of people knit mini sweaters like this for a tree ornament, or if they are going to gift someone a sweater, they'll knit them a mini sweater first. in the yarn that they're thinking of using to give them as a gift, and then they'll knit the sweater after giving the mini sweater. So I think what a cute idea to do as a bag charm. If you love sweaters, you love cozy weather, you're a knitter, I think this is a fantastic little charm. I would love to figure out a way to, maybe with wire, to make a little hanger and have that be the way it hangs on the bag. And yeah, I think it like kind of shows, it would show that like you are a knitter or you're someone who likes cozy things. In the same vein, I don't have a pattern of it up. I think there is one in the bundle. You could do a sock, like if you love knitting socks, knit a mini sock and hang that on your bag. I think that's kind of fun and sweet and a little different. Like if you saw earlier, a lot of the patterns, a lot of bag charms are in a way like the same. Like you have like a teddy bear, a dog. These are a little different, but a lot of people have very similar bag charms, and I don't see a sweater or a sock on any of these. So I think that would be a very cute little bag charm to DIY. And similarly, if you're a knitter, you probably love wool and yarn, and I think this little sheep ornament is, just way too cute. This looks like the perfect bag charm. Like I feel like Burberry would make a bag charm like this. Perfect to hang on your bag to show that you are a lover of wool and a knitter or what have you. And this is worsted weight yarn, 4mm needles, only 20 to 30 yards, so like barely any yarn. Great for a scrap project. But yeah, I just think this little sheep is too sweet and would be so cute on a little bag. And then my last pattern is this little bow pattern. I've seen people on Pinterest here, they do some like I-cord bows. Let me see. Yeah, like here are some like I-cord bow keychains. I think you could totally do an I-cord bow. Obviously there's nothing wrong with an I-cord bow. I think they're very sweet and like that's adorable. But if you want something a little more substantial, I guess, I think this Augustine's number 22 bow is a really good choice. And I think it's supposed to be like a hair bow, but I think you could attach it to a keychain. You could attach it to like behind it. Here you could like attach a little I-cord to like tie it to your bag. Or you might even be able to tie it to the bag after it's made, depending on how this bow is constructed. And yeah, I think it is very sweet. I don't know how much yarn is needed. It looks like a decent amount, 230 meters, 225 meters. No, half of 225. What is that? Like 110-ish meters. So 230, 110, if I can do math. Like 340 meters of yarn maybe. So a decent amount. I think this actually might be the most yarn needed. But it is a pretty big, like substantial bow. And I've seen like people tie even just like regular like silk ribbon to their bags, which I think is super sweet. But if you are a knitter, again, watching this video, you probably are. I think a knit bow would kind of showcase a bit more of your hobbies or interests and personality. So yeah, I think that is the last little pattern. I hope this video isn't too long and that you found some fun bag charm inspo within. And if you have made a bag charm, I would love to know what you've made. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.